Okay, so breaking news. This just came down to Newswire. Sources said that Kyrie Irving is asking for a trade. Before the trade deadline this season, he wants to be traded away to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, there's a lot of this is going to be a long list of destinations for Kyrie Irving to possibly go, but a lot of people are connecting the dots that Kyrie Irving and LeBron James is orchestrating this move and would like to see Kyrie Irving with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, first and foremost, if you've been following my channel, I've been telling you guys that this day was going to come. Either Kyrie Irving was going to get traded this year, or they're just going to ride out his contract, allow him to become a free agent. As far as being independent, will be totally in the control and in the hands of one Kyrie Irving. But there's not a lot of teams out there that has the cap room to sign Kyrie Irving to a long-term contract. So therefore, he's going to have to take less on the open market. Plus, Kyrie Irving was in a lot of controversial things, said a lot of controversial things publicly and on social media. I told you guys in a video, he's going to have to prove himself. And I thought it was going to take the whole season to prove himself. He actually has proven himself in half the time he's been available. He's been putting up numbers. He's been doing extraordinary things just half of this season. So all is forgiven. You know, the Brooklyn Nets are in the driver's seat as far as playoff positioning goes. Kyrie Irving has been nothing but great for that team. Joe Tsai and Kyrie Irving's relationship has mended a little bit. I think there's still some ice with those two. Sean Marks and Kyrie Irving, I think they have more. I think they have a more of a business relationship. But Kyrie Irving wanted to go to the Los Angeles Lakers in the offseason. Now, he thought his first way of getting to the Los Angeles Lakers was the Brooklyn Nets somehow releasing him. Trying to orchestrate a trade. The Lakers didn't have enough qualified pieces that the Brooklyn Nets may want in a trade. And he also had the ability to opt out of his contract and become a free agent over the summer. He chose not to, because if he would have went to the Lakers as a free agent, he would have took the mid-level, I feel like below mid-level. And this is obviously Kyrie Irving wants to be maxed out. So he felt like, and I told you guys, he had no choice but to go back to the Brooklyn Nets. You know, he had the whole season to prove to teams that he's still that guy. He's still a star, a franchise-changing player. And I thought it was going to take the whole season. Now, that's the only thing I was wrong about. It actually took him less time than that. But now, he has all the pieces. If this was a chessboard, he has all the pieces to make moves. And I'll be honest with you guys, he's been doing some great things. He's been a model citizen. Even though he done lost a lot of endorsement deals. And I think he lost his Twitter account, his Instagram account. But an individual such as Kyrie Irving, he loses one, he can create another one, probably have more followers than he had on his old one. But that's neither here nor there. And he has had a line of communication with the Jewish community. Now, how he gone about that? Someone like myself, I think he took the extreme long way to try to save face instead of just humble himself and just apologize. But there's no critique from how he handled it, as long as he handled it. But Kyrie Irving, as far as a trade go, will be a great player for a team. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers, let's just talk about the Los Angeles Lakers for a bit. The Los Angeles Lakers will have to give up, because Kyrie Irving is extremely valuable now than the summer. You know, the Brooklyn Nets would have traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers for little of nothing for the services of a Kyrie Irving going to La La Land. But now Kyrie Irving's value has gone up. Therefore, you're going to have to give up a lot of pieces to engineer or orchestrate a trade to get Kyrie Irving to the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, Anthony Davis is going to be in this mix. I don't know if Brooklyn wants Anthony Davis, but, you know, you're going to have to start there. You're also going to have to give up those 2 first-round draft picks. And I think the Lakers are unwilling to give up Anthony Davis. They want a big 3 with LeBron, with LeBron, AD, and a Kyrie Irving. Now, obviously, in that trade, you're also going to have to give Russell Westbrook is going to have to be in this trade. First and foremost, those 2 first-round draft picks are going to have to be in this trade. First and foremost. Now, the Brooklyn Nets can ask for more. And if you look at the stock of Kyrie Irving, the value of Kyrie Irving, it has gone up. Even though Russell Westbrook has done extraordinary things this season thus far, you know, just a clear swap for Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving, even though the salaries match, the Brooklyn Nets are unwilling to do that. I don't think Kevin Durant really is, you know, unless Kevin Durant really wants Russell Westbrook, which at this time, I don't think Kevin Durant would want a Russell Westbrook. Now, Russell Westbrook availability, and a lot of people don't talk about this, Russell Westbrook availability is probably going to be the most valuable thing as far as the trade go, and his contract, he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. That way, the Brooklyn Nets are not stuck like Chuck with him. But I feel like Russell Westbrook consistently playing games, I think that's the strong part of this trade. Skill-wise, Kyrie Irving is a better skillful player than a Russell Westbrook. Now, like I said, Russell Westbrook has done extraordinary things. He's going to become the 6th man of the year if he continues to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. Good for him. Darvin Ham gotten the best out of Russell Westbrook than the previous coach. Even though the previous coach wanted Russell Westbrook to come off the bench more, but at that particular time, Russell Westbrook was unwilling to play that position. So, if just this is an even swap for Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving, the salaries do match. Brooklyn Nets are going to get someone that wants to play day in and day out. If I feel like that's value. I don't know if it's more valuable than, you know, Kyrie Irving's skill set. Kyrie Irving obviously is highly more skillful than a Russell Westbrook, but that's neither here nor there. But if just looking at it, that will be good. Now the Lakers going to have to sweeten the deal by either giving up those 2 first-round draft picks. They just traded for. I mean, they got a player from the Washington Wizards. Now they will have to wait, a month. I don't know how long you have to stay on the roster before you're until you're eligible to be traded. Now that's going to be the sticking point right there. I don't think you can just easily you just got the guy and now you're going to unload this guy. I feel like with him, Russell Westbrook, those 2 first-round draft picks, I think the Brooklyn Nets will listen. I think they'll pick up the phone. But the Brooklyn Nets know going in, the Lakers really need this trade more so than the Brooklyn Nets, because the Brooklyn Nets have the control of Kyrie Irving. They, they're the only team that can, if he stays on contract, can sign him a max contract. The only way he's going to get another max contract is to be traded to another team. Now, yes, Kyrie Irving can make it difficult after the trade deadline. All of a sudden, he's not available for games and things of that nature. But, you already done put up with this for, abundance of 2 years now. Kyrie Irving has always had being in and out of the game, not playing all the games, haven't played a full productive season. I forgot what they call it. Management. I forgot the correct terminology. But anyway, yeah, you'll have to probably put up with his antics more after the trade deadline. But on the outside looking in, Kyrie Irving is not going to be a total jerk to the Brooklyn Nets because he's still going to have to show and prove. Even though he has, but he's going to have to show the other ball clubs that when the season is over with, clearly the Brooklyn Nets are in the driver's seat if he wants a max contract. So he's going to have to be on his best behavior, even though, after the trade deadline. So Sean Marks and Joe Aside is blowing a sigh of relief, going like, we still have him. He's still going to have to be a productive citizen. He's still going to have to he's still going to have to, not, fall into his antics and those behaviors because they have the power. They are in the driver's seat. I know a lot of people are going to say this, that, and the third. No, Kyrie Irving is. Kyrie Irving was never in the driver's seat, even when he was demonstrating these antics. And that's what I said in the video. If he wants a max contract, he's going to have to play ball with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I think they have a cordial business relationship. I think the Brooklyn Nets, as of right now, is probably willing to listen to a Kyrie Irving if he wants to request a trade and go to another team. But the Los Angeles Lakers is not it wasn't like it was over the summer when you only had like a couple of teams interested in Kyrie Irving and a few teams were kicking the tires of a possible trade for Kyrie Irving. Now you're going to have an abundance of teams that have better pieces than the Los Angeles Lakers that will probably try to engineer a trade to, put a spike in their ball club. A lot of people are not saying it, but I feel like the Atlanta Hawks may say, you know what? We need to change some things around. The season ain't over with yet. Let's see if we can put Kyrie Irving in the mix with Trae Young. See how that works out. All right. They'll have a small lineup, but it is what it is. You got the Miami Heat that will say, you know what? Let's just, Pat Riley and them say, hey, look, let's see if we can call the Brooklyn Nets and see if we can orchestrate a trade. The Toronto Raptors. I think there's a couple of players on the Toronto Raptors that is tired of the old regime, and some new scenery would be very beneficial to the Toronto Raptors. That's a possibility. As well as out west, the Clippers. Excuse me. The Clippers will be very highly interested in a Kyrie Irving. Now, they're in the same position as the Los Angeles Lakers. They really don't have a lot to offer as far as trades and things of that nature, but they'll be interested in a Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving is going to have to put on a persona that he doesn't care what team wants his services, but wherever he gets traded to, that team will have total control of Kyrie Irving's destiny as far as if he wants another max contract. Unless he wants to opt out and become a free agent and take whatever teams are willing to give him under the salary cap, which there's not a lot of teams that are willing that can just give him close to max money, because there's not a lot of teams out there other than Detroit that have the money and the capabilities of doing that. Now, I'm pretty sure Kyrie Irving wants to go to a winning ball club. But like I said, the Sacramento Kings could be interested in a Kyrie Irving. I know he wants to play alongside LeBron James. He's having second thoughts about his last time playing with LeBron James. I think he fully realized and understand playing alongside LeBron James was pretty easy for him. All he has to do is just come in and do you, and let LeBron James do the rest. But people have to. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, but people also have to realize that LeBron James isn't the same LeBron James when Kyrie Irving and LeBron was on his when LeBron James went to Cleveland second time around. LeBron James is far from that player. Now, he's putting up great numbers, but a lot of people also have to realize you have to look around at the league. Everybody's putting in great numbers. There's no hand checking. Defense is not a requirement no more. It's more European basketball. It's let's run down the court, score, and just play zone or just play off of players. It's quite easy, and with the rule changes, it's literally quite easy to put up these numbers. And one of these days, someone's going to wake up, and I have already woken up myself, saying, just because you score 30 and 40 points, that don't make you a great player. You have to look at your environment. Look at the NBA environment as of right now. It's quite easy to score these godly numbers at an alarming rate. Older players are doing it. Even highly skillful players are doing it because of the skill set, the rule changes, and defense is not a requirement for these ball clubs. They play off. They may play some man, and they definitely play zone, and that's why you're getting all these huge godly numbers from different players. So yeah, LeBron James at his advanced age, at his skill set, will continue to always put up 28 and 7. All right, it's nothing new. It's nothing, unless the rules change where they allow players to hand check and play up close, and they don't call a hack or a foul while you're playing defense. And I have already told you guys this in several live streams and several videos. The league is quite different than it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay, there's no such thing as a two-way player no more. You don't have to be a two-way player in this environment and in this league. But that's neither here nor there. This is more so about Kyrie Irving. I think Joe Tsai and Sean Marks will love to trade Kyrie. Now they would love to keep him because of he's putting up these numbers, but it's a small sample size. And Kyrie Irving has demonstrated, if you give him a long-term contract, he's going to show his whole ass off to you. You giving him the power, you're putting him in the driver's seat. He's going to do load management a lot. He's going to do some things that's going to irritate you, but you have to be irritated because the bigger picture is you're winning ball game and possibly going deep into the playoffs. Now, out of all the teams we mentioned, yes, the Lakers would love to have the services of a Kyrie Irving, but the Lakers don't really have enough, to orchestrate this trade. And there's going to be several teams that say, "Hey, we got the pieces." All right. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the flip side of things. I hope everyone has a productive and happy weekend. I know I am. And I'll see you when I see you. Deuces.